But maybe your relationship with God, maybe it's not quite where you want it to be. Because listen to me, you'll get as close to God as you are willing to get. I mean, he's good and he is gracious and he will give as much of himself as you're willing to receive. And that's the truth of it. You want to put some time in prayer, he'll draw closer to you. You want to put some time in that Bible, he'll open it up to you. But if you don't and you good, that's all you. But when you get hungry for God, I'm telling you, nothing else matters. Matter of fact, I come to you today, this is just so happens to be my fasting day for the month, right? We just get into the presence of God. Why? Because I hunger for more of God than what, I don't need to eat, I need him. I want to honor myself before, honor him with this time. I want him to be the focus, the priority. Why? Because I'm so hungry for him that I'm willing to forego everything else. I got to get closer to him. I got to know him more. I got to have a more intimate relationship. I have to. It may not be your thing, but it is mine. I got to know him. And I'm more hungry, more thirsty for him than everything else. Everything else can take a seat. We ain't going to starve with it, but without him, I'm going to spiritually starve. I got to get closer. I got to know. He's got to know that I'll worship him and give up. So we do it because I'm more hungry for my God than I am for my next meal. And I'm just being real with you. And I ain't trying to be self-righteous in this. I'm just telling you what we do, the discipline we practice. Every month, coming from the last day, going into the first, we humble ourselves before our God. Why? Because I'm hungry for him. I want to honor him in such a way. I want to know that I'm at the feet of Jesus, which is a power position. Because at that feet, you ain't got to go no higher. That's as high as you get to go. That's a beautiful place. You're at the feet of a king. And at that position, you can't go no lower. Because, baby, you at the feet of a king. Do you know the sweet spot that is? I mean, that's the money spot right there. And that's the privilege that we get. And I don't want to neglect this privilege. I don't. So I take full advantage of it. At least once a month, I come into the presence of my king, fasted, letting him know I'm more hungry for him than I am for everything else, because he is my priority, because I'm thirsty with it. And he has given me the God-given ability to do something about it. And that's what I want to encourage you with. You got the God-given ability to get what you really want. That desire that he puts in your heart, because tell me he ain't still in there. Tell me he ain't crying out to you that there's more to life than this. Tell me he's not putting a purpose and a passion because you need more. Of course he is, because our God is still living and active and he's still thirsty. He wasn't quenched fully. Oh, we about to get into this. And he says, if you want that desire that I put in your heart, all you got to do is want it more than where you at, more than the status quo. You got to get tired with where you at and start going where you're supposed to be going, forsaking all else and following me into it. He'll put it in your hands, because in your hands, he has given you free choice, free will to do what your hands can lay to do. Now, you ain't going to do what Jesus did, because he was the only one sent from heaven to be our Redeemer. But as he did what he did, we could do what we are supposed to do. We can. Ain't no excuses about it. Don't give yourself the way out. If you want what God has put in your heart, you're allowed to get it. You just might have to get a little bit hungry for it. But I'm telling you, nothing great has ever come without sacrifice. Because on the other side,